why there was flood. That's what the chapter 6 is mainly dealing with. We find two terms there, sons of God and daughters of men. Who are they? Sons of God, of course, the generation which came from Seth, the appointed one from Noah. So all those people are considered as sons of God. Then who are daughters of men? That is Cain, because Cain has left God spiritually, that we have seen that spiritually and physically Cain has left from God, and he was living like that mentality of the human being, that not going to approach or not going to be attached anyway to God. So they were considered as daughters of men. So God and man is something like, it is something that we have to find in chapter 6. So the daughters of men, they were always living the life of the world. They forgot that they were created from God. They had the image and likeness of God, but they did not consider it, because Cain was almost like away from God. The same way the generations, they were also living there. So their behavior was almost so cruel in the world to live. So God saw that it is not good that this generation is growing up, then the situation in the world will become like very miserable. So God decided that to destroy all these generations except Noah and his sons and their wives. So God was thinking, in chapter 6 it is said, God thinking that he made a mistake by creating human being. By giving his own image and likeness to human being, he made a mistake, because God regretted that he has created human being. Such an emotional pain from God's side, because God thought that they will be with God, but they never stood side by side with God. They just went away from God. So it was a great problem that time, that God has to remove the full generation from earth. Sometimes God is giving some opportunity for us, but we never use it. Same like we find Noah. He was living with God. He was a righteous man. So God knew that he's a just man. So he was also walking with God. So God wanted to save. So he told to Noah to build an ark. And Noah had no idea how to build the ark, but he just trusted in God. God gave everything, even how much feet, 450 feet long, 75 feet wide. See, even the measurement God has given, and God was with him to build the ark. So Noah had no fear, because God was guiding him. And we have to understand that only his family is saved. And he has to build the ark and store food. He had to collect all the animals. And finally we understand that all those people, the 8 people who were in the ark, and the animals who were inside the ark, were only saved. And Noah had total faith and trust in God. So he never saw an ark, but he was ready to build it by the help of God, because he knew that God will guide him. So the righteousness which is saved by the faith, as we find in letter to the Hebrews chapter 11 verse 7, Noah was saved by his righteousness. His righteousness is considered as faith. So the chapter 6 is giving an example. If we are living the life of the world, we will be destroyed. But if we are living with God, whatever disasters are around us or coming against us, we should not be afraid, because God will protect us, like that of Noah's life, because he was protected very well. And finally only those people who were in the ark were saved. All others were dead. So let us have that righteousness, that justice in us, so that God will be saving and protecting us throughout our life. Let's have that trust like that of Noah, who trusted God without any condition. Let us also trust in our God. God bless us all.